There you go. Yeah, that's working. Hi, everyone. Oh, wait. 1 second.
Forced character bleed, but to somebody else.
I wanted to make so many comments about how to make someone bleed, but I won't. Oh, please tell me that wasn't the first sentence people heard out of my mouth today.
Okay. Am I?
Hooray!
Fitting.
We've done it.
Welcome. I'm sorry that had to be the first thing you heard from me, but let's be honest, it's in character. We were just complaining about cats. Welcome to Uncaged, where our intrepid group of adorable villagers who are now definitely for real adventurers officially finished a shopping trip. So let's quickly go around to everyone and they can briefly say who they are and who they're playing, and then we'll see where we go next. Lady Dame, do you want to start?
Oh, sure, I can start. Hi, I'm Lady Dame, and I play Pris Amani, the sweetest tiefling you've ever met, ever.
Right, thank you. Wild.
Yes, hello. I'm Wild. I am playing Welby, technically a warlock, and they love food.
Both technically accurate statements. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Graham.
Hi everyone, I'm Graham. I'm playing Samander, your friendly, adventuring cleric.
And Topper.
Hello, I'm Torper, and I'm playing Kai, who's going through many crises of identity at once.
Yes, no, everyone's having, no one's had a massive crisis yet. They're all sort of choking it down.
To your knowledge.
Accurate. On stream. Should we just say on stream for accuracy?
Yeah.
We do have a few points of corruption, so who knows? Maybe they'll die with lots of unspoken feelings. We'll find out. Swapper, won't you please briefly recollect the events of last week?
Absolutely. I have to restrain myself to not just say birds will be birds and leave it at that, but I will manage. Last time, the party reached Shimmerfront, a large city, I believe the largest city that they have ever seen, at least most of them, where Pris promptly wandered off to a bookstore, Welby wandered off into the city to make some friends, Sam wandered off into the blacksmith, I believe, and took Kai with him. Pris encountered a very creepy squirrel collective that sold poisonous wrapping, which was a detail that we didn't discuss, but I felt it important to bring up again. Since we're going to use it in session 50 to kill somebody. Apart from that, Pris picked up a few books of, let's say, questionable content, and leave it at that, as well as a bestiary, some of which may be helpful, others maybe not. I don't know which ones are which yet. While Welby inspected various food stands with a guard named Ogissa. Is that correct? How did I remember that? Anyway, who was very keen on arresting him, but didn't do it in the end. Meanwhile, Sam and Kai got sidetracked by a magic shop called Magic's, where a lot of things happened, some of which I remember. There was something in the basement that I'm not supposed to talk about. There were pseudo dragons. There were Tressim somewhere off screen, and in the end, Sam got an amulet, and Kai got Sam a pseudo dragon, and they both went on to the blacksmith to buy shields or materials for shields because, of course, a blacksmith doesn't know what they're doing. Also, Welby had at this point been vomiting, I believe, and there was glitter involved and it was floating. Agissa didn't actually arrest him at that point, and for some reason they had a eat off in the tavern when the rest of us joined. Not the rest of us. Kai was off in the woods to make a shield because a blacksmith doesn't know anything about making a shield, in their opinion. Anything I forgot? I don't think so.
I see a lot of people going, Beatrice!
Beatrice, right. There was a guard in the background of every scene called Beatrice. Such an important detail. I'm sorry.
I think most people would be at least remembering the fact that they were in fact in the background of every scene. Somehow.
They are a mystery.
Usually drinking.
I swear to
Double-fisting,
God,
I
if this
believe
is the
actual
Fae that has...
terminology.
Double
Oh right!
fisting
Sorry.
indeed.
There was something very important that I absolutely forgot, which was Sam got bullied by his patron.
A little bit.
A tiny bit.
A tiny bit. I did have to play 23,902 NPCs, and I definitely remember
Exactly.
2 of them. Fun though. Alright, so you are still in fact in Shimmerfront. Most of you are at the wine den still, where leftover wine and leftover stew is being passed around. But my first question would be to Kai in the woods. Your happy place. How's that whole making a shield thing turning out for you? I believe you had roll for it, and it was lopsided a little bit.
Yeah,
Are we-
it's not a... Sorry. It's not a... Let's say it won't win any competitions, and it might actually do as it's intended to do. But we'll probably find that out in the midst of battle, won't we?
I think the first time someone tries to take a good stab or punch at that, we'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm,
For
I feel
now,
that.
though, you're just, you have that nice sense of pride where you've created something for the first time and you take a step back and you blissfully ignore the imperfections. You have crafted N shield.
Whoop, whoop.
So you're alone in the woods with your shield.
I am. Is it approaching night?
It is.
Alright. Then I would wait until it's properly dark.
Alright, it's not, like I said, we're heading towards winter and you're fairly high up in the mountains, so dark goes pretty quick. And we discussed earlier that, you're using Druidcraft and Mending, I think, to make the shield. So that's a
Just
lot of...
Druidcraft.
Just Druidcraft. So you were here for a very long time, because that's a pretty minimalist cantrip for making an entire shield, and you had to start over at some point because something was upside down.
Yep.
I think it's safe to say it's not a long wait until it's entirely dark.
Alright. Alright. They set down the shield, and also the staff, and also their bag. Look up at the moon that is probably approaching full in a bit.
A few more days.
Mm-hmm. And I will cast, not cast, I will use Wild Shape to morph into a wolf.
A full regular.
That's a loaded question, but yes.
Okay.
A regular wolf.
You
That
are
looks,
a regular, medium-sized.
The wolf looks not like when they transformed under the moon. It's basically the picture perfect ideal wolf, like thick grey fur, very healthy looking, not enormously big, and it doesn't look like it had a few fights too many. They will sit there for a while and then sprint off to hunt something to see if they can.
Percentile.
Oh no, those are the worst dice.
Those are the best dice.
For you, maybe. That is a 16. That is either good or very bad.
I mean, you find a lot of scents, a lot of tracks, lots of little bits of wildlife around. But your nose leads you to a trail that goes from cute little bunny footprints to cute little bunny footprints, a bit of glitter, and then a bunny corpse with like the ribs spread open a little bit, lots of floating bits around it. Lots of, I know you've been around Welby since he put on that little flower crown. It looks a little bit like pixie dust. You have to feeling pixies hunt here.
Alright. I'll turn around then leave their territory.
I mean, smart.
Probably.
Chris, Welby, and Sam. I hesitate to ask, did you stay at the wine den?
I had already paid for a room. at the
I know
wine den.
you were bathing.
Yep. At 30 minutes to midnight, I will head over to go pick up my shield. I would invite Pris and Welby to join me if they wished.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a room or anything. I think I spent all my money on food and wine.
Oh, I can cover a room for you, Welby, if you want one. But I would love to join you in picking up the shield. That sounds nice.
Oh, yes. I don't think either of you got to see that side of town, did you?
I didn't really see much outside the bookstore, I'll be honest.
Oh, I'll point out some of the places for you both that Kai and I found.
Oh,
This is my first time to be able to see a midnight rendezvous too.
a midnight rendezvous. That sounds, well, it sounds like something I'd read out of one of my books.
Right, so you're heading out at 30 minutes to midnight. It's not particularly quiet out in the streets. The bookstore's still open. Magic Jack's is still open. It's not quite a 24-hour economy, but there's plenty of the stores tend to hire people who need 4 hours of sleep, give them a ring of sustenance, and just run them through the night. There's no particular need for evening quiet times for a lot of them. So some may have different staff right now, but a lot of the stores and stalls are still open. It's pretty rowdy near a stall that was mentioned to you earlier. That is not directly opposite where you got your shield, but the little bar that was built outside of the alchemist's place has almost as many guards around it watching as it has patrons. And some of the guards have little vests that denote that they are in fact there for medical assistance should it be required. There's a fair amount of experimental cocktails and laying on of hands. but the door to the smithy is open. They're still working.
I would point out Mad Jack's before we get to the blacksmith. This is where I got the pseudo dragon. They also sell adventuring supplies, and I'll hold my adventurer's backpack. So if you need gear, it might be a good place to shop. Also, I got an amulet from a bargain bin that lets me. He told me what it does, right?
Probably.
I think so, because he had the
So.
identify scanner thing.
Everything has like a little tag with what
Yeah.
it does. And it wasn't in the cursed bin.
Yeah. It makes cats like me.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I might, if it's okay, I might kind of want to pop into there.
Oh, no worries. That's why we left a little bit early. I figured you might be interested.
Sam, Welby, would either of you want to try one of, it looks like there's a party or something over there. Would any of you like to check that out too?
I'm always willing to try something new. I don't know.
Sure. I might run over and grab the shield and then meet you there for the drinks.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. Wow. I've never seen anything like this place.
Yes, Magic Jack's again looks like a fairly extravagant store just on the ground floor, but what really stands out are infective pseudo dragon nests in the rafters. And I don't know if your friends actively talked about this. We're doing part 2 of the shopping episode. Here we go. I don't know if your friends talked to you about it, but there is a door leading into either another part, but looks more like it's going into a basement. And it's just one giant stereotype. It's black, there's skulls, and now that it's dark, you can see it has nice red lighting around it, little puffs of smoke. And it basically just says bargains and curses with a little arrow pointing down.
Well, Sam goes to pick up his shield. Pris is apparently getting distracted by like, oh, I want to go check this out. Takes a hard right into the jacks. And also I would love to check out the bargains, because if Sam found an amulet that makes cats like him, I want to see what I can find in
That
the
is
bargain section.
Perfectly understandable.
Yes.
As you walk in, you hear a fairly loud gnome who is just talking non-stop at a customer who seems to be comparing different magical daggers with this just tired-looking dragonborn in a service vest who is basically getting stabbed as test material, heals himself, gets stabbed again, shows the size of the wound and how it was already cauterized by the flaming blade, heals himself, and just sort of looks at you with it's 20 gold an hour.
Wow. That's a lot. I'm just looking for my friend said that the bargain bin here had some fun things, so I wanted to check it out. I'm new in town and I don't know what else to.
Little gnome turns around and goes, "Oh, hello! Your friend is the one who got the cat amulet and whose other friend bought a dragon for him and then left. Oh, this is great. This is perfect. Bargain bin is on the left to the right. Cursed items are marked and tagged in the basement. Price tags, identity tags, and schools of magic are all identified on every item. Prices are listed. No discount."
Wonderful. Chris is gonna go dig through the bargain bin.
All right. There's a lot of stuff in the bargain bin. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? There's some cute little rings that look like they have violins on them.
Ooh.
There's a piece of parchment. There's hair product. There's clay. There's a fancy looking leaf. There's lots of candy. A little weird looking helmet. You're not sure what it's supposed to do. Ink. Seatbelt. some kind of ring with a rooster on it.
I would like to.
Also
pick up-
push animals like stuffed toys.
Is there a stuffed wolf?
No. There's an owlbear, a unicorn, a dragon, and a Tarrasque. The Tarrasque is not in the bargain bin.
Uh-huh.
It's on the shelf above, and it's hellishly expensive. The owlbear is in the bargain bin.
Oh. I would like to pick up one of the rings with the violins on it, and also the one that looks like a leaf.
Okay.
Or the thing that looks vaguely like a leaf.
Well, we'll start with the violin ring. It has a little tag, and it says tiny violin rings. They're common magical items. And they play a sad melody when you rub the two fingers wearing them together.
Yep.
Creatures that know the vicious mockery cantrip can use this set of rings as a somatic component instead of a
Perfect.
verbal component.
Yep. I will take that. Thank you.
Wonderful. And then, hang on. It's a very large PDF that I'm pulling all of this shit from. Hang on.
This was an item you tried to give me for a one-shot that I ended up sleeping through.
I'm well aware. I mean, you weren't the only one who slept through it.
I'm not.
It's fine. We got there in the end. Yeah. You look real innocent there, Graham. You keep making that face.
And yet she still hangs out with us.
I know. I'm terrible. It's fine. My revenge will be long coming. So the leaf is something called dryad leaf, and it's a magical plant that only grows at the base of trees that are stepped through by dryads. You can plant it, and it will grow into an actual plant, and it's always swaying in the breeze, even if there's no wind.
Given our recent encounter with the dryad, I may put that one back and may pick up the owlbear plushie.
Okay. The owlbear plushie is a snuggle beast. And if you snuggle the plushie while you're having a short rest, you regain extra hit points.
I will definitely take that.
All right.
Wonderful.
You take it up to the counter. The gnome has taken the gentleman looking at magical daggers and is now showing him magical halberds and is ignoring you. But another shopkeep is coming to help you. And it's just this very timid-looking gnome woman. She's not really making eye contact. Just sort of.
I'm sorry, can you... What was... I would like to get both of these, please. How much would that cost? I'm sorry, did you say 524 gold pieces? Okay. Oh, that's a little much for me. I'm sorry.
It's the snuggle beast, even the bargain snuggle beast.
Oh, okay. Oh.
The rings are only 8.
Okay, well, I'll get the rings then. No, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you so much for all of your help.
And And as you're walking away, you can see her sort of snuggling the owl bear.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's actually really good. It was 2d6 extra.
I know it's fair. It's totally fair.
You have some nice violin rings that are now a component for your small crazy shoes.
Yes. Which, haha, as a bard and a tiefling, I totally have. Hooray.
Of course. Wait, now you don't have to think of insults anymore. You can just say the word smile.
Perfect.
I will get you a picture of that in a little bit. First, I want to know how Sam and Welby are doing over at the Old Bell.
Oh, I thought I went with Chris.
You went with Pris?
Yeah.
You were unsupervised in Magic Jacks for how long?
I don't
I
know.
don't even know interruption with you.
Is there
You
anything?
go to the basement.
Is there anything in there that says free?
Not on the ground floor, but there are absolutely free options in the basement. Numerous.
Then that's
free
where
options
I'm
in the
going.
basement.
I'm going to become friends with all the unloved items.
Beautiful. Well, that's a lot of cursed items, Albie. Maybe you don't want to be friends with all of them. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? Like a ring or candy, or is there...
Just something that would catch
Are you
Robbie's
just
eye.
diving headfirst and sort of rolling through the basement and see what sticks?
Pretty much, yeah. Just whatever catches Welby's eye. It's like, oh no. How
Nobody
could you
loves
be free? I'll give you a nice home.
Alright. Well, there is, there's kind of a weird looking leather bag.
Oh, it's always the weird looking ones. Of course, I can use you to hold all my stuff.
I mean, it looks a lot like every bag of holding you've ever seen. I think that's exactly one, by the way, at this point in time, but it looks like that one bag of holding you saw that one time.
Oh no.
Wonderful.
There's a small metal cube lying around, about an inch on each side.
I mean,
Bag that says free, please polish.
oh, I'll start polishing it with my shirt.
It becomes super shiny.
Oh, see? Now look, you're all nice and shiny and glorious like you should be. And I'll put it into the bag.
Alright. Cube goes into the bag. Nothing terrifying happens at this particular point in time.
Is there anything food related?
Let me check. I mean, there's a few potions. You could drink those. That's what you're interested in.
I don't know if Opie would drink anything right now. I mean, they're still kind of tipsy from all the wine.
There's a plate of brownies.
Why you have to tempt me so? Does it say free on it? Does it say free?
Oh, they're absolutely free.
I'm gonna eat one.
Just the one.
Just the one.
Are you eating it right now, or are you putting it in the bag?
Welby doesn't know moderation. Yes, right now.
Eats it right
Instant
now.
gratification.
Did you have any hit point loss?
I mean, we rested before coming to town, so
You did.
nothing else has happened.
It's really not a great brownie. okay brownie.
Hmm. Well, I'll take one for the road then. I mean, in a pinch it could do.
Okay. Let me just. I know I'm shocking you, but let me just take a few notes on what Welby's bringing.
Is there anything that would look like good gifts for everybody? Like a medical bag for Sam, or like a musical instrument for Pris, or I don't know, something huntery
Oh, hang on, I just
for
saw
Kai.
something great. Yes, there is a beautiful golden lute.
Ooh.
Has Pris written all over it. Considering she's all gold and shiny herself right now, this lute would match her golden freckles.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and get everyone gifts when I can.
Right, so you take the golden lute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then... something for Sam. I don't really see anything medical related. I mean... No. Oh, nothing great. All the other items that might look tempting aren't necessarily free. It just says price to be determined.
Oh. How about something for Kai? Is it like a hunter's knife or something?
Like a hunt, or just any kind of knife.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a really big scythe, but I don't think that's really their style.
Or like something for when Kai turns into an animal, so they can have something to wear.
I mean, there's a dagger.
Yeah, sure, I'll take a dagger. Is there anything that just screams adventure down there?
Anything that just screams.
I hope it's a literal item that just screams adventure.
I mean, I was gonna say, there are a few items literally screaming in this basement, but those don't have the free tag. I'm still looking specifically for free stuff. There's a fairly cool looking armor, but most of you don't, like, it's heavy armor. I don't think any of you really wear heavy armor per se. Sam, I'm trying to save you from Welby.
I've got remove curse.
How many do you have? Because he's already grabbed
think-
5 items.
I think I can cast it 3 times a day. 2 times a day. 2 times. And I took it off my spell list today. Because no one wanted it yesterday when we were traveling.
No, it's pretty heavy armor. It's not something your friends would necessarily wear.
Okay. Ooh, how about like a book for Sam to write stuff in? A journal.
I don't think you find any free books down here. You would have seen the some of the bargain bin while you were upstairs. So if you're willing to pay some gold rather than like memories or years or digits, you could probably go have a look in the bargain bin.
I don't think I have any gold left. Oh, I guess that's fine.
I think you've cleared out the free section. Like you're that person who goes to the neighborhood like little library in front of someone's house and just sort of goes and takes everything.
What? No. If it's a library, it has to be returned.
This is true. You don't have to return any.
Okay. So I'm gonna head back up.
I'm considering the time it took you to peruse the basement, and how long Chris took things. I think you're emerging towards the front door at roughly the same time. Yeah, roughly the same time.
Yeah, I'm
Chris,
definitely.
you have a cute little ring. You do notice Welby has a rather large new bag.
Uh, Welby, what did you find?
Ooh, yeah, I got everyone's stuff. Well, almost everyone. Here, I got you a loot. I'm gonna try and take out the loot.
We'll point out all
Oh.
the tags have been removed by the lady at the front desk.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you. It's beautiful.
It's very heavy.
It
It
is.
looks like it's solid gold, and it has this really cool dark foresty scroll work on it.
Yeah. I also got a dagger for Kai. I couldn't find anything for Sam yet, so maybe next time. Or
I'm
I
sure
can
we'll
just
find lots of things. We should find Sam, though. Speaking of. These are beautiful, though. I'm sure Kai will like the dagger. I have no idea that these are cursed, I'm assuming.
You didn't actively see Welby go in or come out of the basement, so no.
Perfect.
It's just stuff from Magic Jacks.
Uh-huh. I sort of pluck at the loot a little bit.
It is a really, really good loot. It is in tune. You have the feeling that if you're using this loot, you might actually have advantage on performance checks.
Ooh!
It sounds really, really good. Even though it hasn't been used, you don't need to tune it right now.
It's better than the one I care. I mean, the one that I have is sort of I have sentimental value, but this one's really nice.
yeah. I thought I could get everyone's stuff while we're here.
That's really nice, Welby.
So what'd you get?
Oh, look, I got these rings. And I just show them off. I don't actually use them at this moment.
Ooh.
Here.
They're so
They're
pretty.
little violins. Aren't they cute?
Yeah. Can you actually play the violins?
I've never learned how to play the violin, but I thought my mom used to play every instrument.
Oh.
She could play anything she picked up. So they kind of remind me of her.
Well, it's good to have things to remind you of people.
We should find Sam, and then we should see where Kai is, and so you can give him the dagger. That's so nice. Lovey.
Yeah, let's go find Sam.
Right. Sam. We're at
It's me.
the Old Bell Blacksmith. Hang on, Chris. Let me just sit upright because I'm slouching. The little sign warning you of the local kleptomaniac has been flipped over, and it just says, "Don't worry, he's asleep."
Okay. I will walk in.
Again, all the doors were open. They're still quite busy smithing. You have the feeling that, again, most people around here don't necessarily sleep that much. So why stop working or, keep your own hours?
No, that's fair. And I think I came a little bit early anyways, so I will just take a seat. I will let them know that I'm there. Hello, I'm Sam. I'll just sit here until you have it ready.
Yeah, you get some gruff nods. It's a very mixed bunch. You see the ones closest to you at the largest forge is just this block of a dwarf. Like, there's usually jokes about how stout they are. This person it's just a cube with hair and limbs. And he seems to be teaching this drow-looking person how hot the forge needs to be for certain kind of metals. A little further at the back, a human is. You're not quite sure what they're doing, but the human and some gnome woman are bent over a bunch of glowing bits of coal, almost like they're talking to it. And you hear this weird growly sound coming back from the coal. Remind me of all the languages you took.
Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Gnomish, and Halfling.
You don't understand what they're saying.
Well, I cast tongues on myself, and now I do.
All right. You hear the living fire talk back to the elf and of the human and the gnome, discussing the plans for the next day, and when the Ignans need to be awake to come help in the forge for certain large projects. They apparently employ living fire.
Can excuse me, can I talk to the fire?
You speak its language.
Hmm?
We're fucking with you. It speaks common. Go on.
Oh, hello, you're the first talking fire I've ever met. My name is Sam, it's nice to meet you.
The language sounds pretty much like crackling fire. And it just sort of goes, "You work for us?"
No, well, I'm a customer.
What do we make for you?
A shield. And then I had a Banshee's tear embedded in it.
You're the one who didn't quite know what a shield was, but still wouldn't take our suggestion with the friend, or the other one?
No, I'm the one that took your suggestion. My friend was the one that did not.
My apologies. From down here, you all just look tall and hairy.
That's entirely fair, honestly.
I hope you enjoy your shield. It's fun work. Didn't get too hot.
Could you give me tips on how to craft things? I'm sure you know an awful lot.
No, we really, really don't.
Oh.
We just burn hotter or colder, depending on what they say. I don't get paid to think. I like it that way.
That's fair. I think a lot of people feel that way. But I won't bother you anymore. It was delightful chatting with you. What's your name?
Oh, I don't really do names. It seems pointless.
Can I give you a name?
You mean just something that you call me by?
Yes.
Sure.
How about Cinder?
It kind of implies that I'm no longer actively burning, and I resent that.
What about Scorch Razor the Ever Burning?
I'll take it.
Okay. Well, it's been delightful.
Nice. Bit long, bit wordy, but nice.
Well, have a wonderful, wonderful day, Scorch Razor the Ever Burning.
And you too, Sam.
And I will go back to my seat. And write my journal. Talk to a fire.
You certainly
Check.
talk to a fire. I'm a little worried we've lost Wild. Once again, it's not so much tech gremlins as much as it's cats. As one of Wild's cats pulled the plug on him. So we're just gonna let Wild deal with both the technology and the animal. And
It's a bag of devouring.
Sus.
It is not a bag of devouring.
Weird.
I made reaction cards. You know,
I made a
yes,
few- We're not
it's
muted.
just
I made a few for the witches game I was in.
To be fair, a bag of devouring would be what I expect from a level 2, a level 3 corruption.
Hey y'all.
But it's
They
only
can
level
hear
2
us.
corruption.
You're all just missing the new reaction cards that we all have.
Yes.
I mean, can swap her.
I know
Back
I'm
of
not
my
muted. I'm not
inventory
saying
reaction
anything
cards.
terrible.
we may speak our minds as we
Yeah, yeah.
wish.
Anik, can we... Oh,
We're
Y'all
y'all
back.
are note
Our
muted.
faces are back.
What did you want to ask me, Graham? Was
Gosh.
it embarrassing?
Can we commission you to make custom reaction cards painted for us?
Me?
Yes,
Yes. But
Okay.
I'll have to ship them to America.
that's fair.
To be fair, most of the things I've been sending to America take like 9 days now, so it's actually not that bad. Anyway, welcome back. For now, I'm currently much more concerned about Wildcats than I was before.
Wild
Sam
blink
had just-
thrice if they are holding you hostage.
I'm just gonna watch for him blinking in Morse code now. Could you rename yourself in Zoom, by the way?
It's fine. He seems to have calmed down.
Sam, picking up your shield is an entirely uneventful event. You prepaid. It looks exactly as you described. The Banshee's Tear is in the center. Actually, I was meaning to ask you because in the end, you actually got 3 Banshee's Tears. Do you have all 3 in like a little pattern? Or are you gonna swap them out?
I think Pris is holding one of the tiers, right?
I
Oh.
don't think so.
Oh, then I think it should be in a pattern then.
What kind of pattern would you
Ooh.
have suggested?
I think it should be like sunlight, like the Banshee's tears are like sunlight coming down.
They made it to your exact specifications. You paid for a rush job, so it is done exactly on time. There are, on the bottom, on the inside, are the maker's marks that proclaim which smith made this for you, and, you know, the year, the shop, that sort of thing, so it can be identified.
Does Welby still just only have the pitchfork?
Yes.
Okay.
That they're using to carry their worldly possessions for as far as you're aware of.
I will just buy an off-the-shelf short sword for Welby.
Alright. That's like 5 gold or something.
Yeah, I'll just deduct it. I don't think it'd be eventful.
No, it's unless you're the kind of person, you know, who's going to compare all of them and see if one of them has slightly fewer scratches than the other, or
Yeah, I'll
There's-
deduct the 10 GP.
yeah.
So then probably by the time I get out, they're probably already catching up to me.
Mhm.
Welby, here, this is for you. I know it's not your birthday, but I figured you might need something better than a pitchfork.
Oh, thanks. I got something for you too. I'll empty the bag and then hand it over to Sam.
Okay. When you go to empty the bag,
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh no!
you grab your bag and you put, I'm assuming, your hand in.
I was just gonna upturn it.
You turn it upside down. Oh, even better. So you know how in 5th edition they really like designating squares for characters and stuff? So in your square, like all up in your personal space, a number of rat swarms spawn. Or rather, come out of this bag of rats, as one could almost call it. And you currently have 3 red swarms on you.
Does
And
the
starting
little
to-
square thing that they put in that said polish me come out?
I didn't hear your question. What was that?
Did the square thing that said polish me that Welby had put in, does that come out?
That comes out. The loot was already given.
And the-
A dagger falls out. The brownie is partly eaten. So bits of it fall out. But yeah, there's a bunch of rat swarms, and they're really not very happy. They really like chilling in that leather bag, so they're actually gonna start gnawing on you. So let me just roll a few attacks for these adorable little fluff butts. So, disclaimer for the chat: I used to own pet rats, and I love them very, very much. So, like, there's no secret who I'm rooting for here. Will a... let's see. In your space. Beautiful. Will an 18 hit you?
Yes.
It will, but I'm gonna use my reaction to impose disadvantage.
Okay. Will a 13 hit you?
No, it will not. Thank you,
Right.
Shield.
Let's
It's
use
already-
the
it's already
let's look what
saving
the
me.
other swarms are doing. I'm gonna assume a 21 hits.
Yep, that's gonna hit.
And then a natural 20.
That'll also hit.
Can I just take another moment to thank Mare, my most favorite warlock, who through some side steps got me these dice.
Oh.
So 2 of these swarms are just clawing, gnawing, biting. It's just a lot. There's a lot of small teeth, a lot of like, razor sharp little nails.
Yep.
So that's 11, 17, and even 20 piercing damage. As they
Well-
find a way in, like, through armholes, like, up pant legs. I mean, these are rats. They have no concept of personal space. They are everywhere.
Oh, no.
And I think it's about time we roll initiative.
I can speak rat! Oh, ouch. Yeah, Sam is looking bloodied.
I kind of figured.
You know, that changes my moves from 6 seconds till fireball to...
0 seconds to
Why?
fireball. I don't know why you're not there, Kai. Oh, that is not a good number, Chris. Anyone over 20 by any chance?
I got a 6.
20 to
Hey, me too.
20 to 50. Never mind.
Did you say
Do
20
I-
to 15?
Do I need to bother to roll as well, or should I just wait for the new party to arrive?
Just wait for the new party
No,
to
I'm gonna
arrive.
use my auto crit to have a 20 even for initiative. That's what I'm going to do.
Let me check the initiative on a fucking swarm of rats. Who knew, man? Who knew? Oh, that's actually not bad.
This is how we go.
The present was death!
Guys,
I got a present for you. It's death.
Sam, you and your auto crit get to go first. I know this
Okay.
isn't even corruption. This is just you as a group.
Gosh, okay. Oh gosh, I don't even know. I did not expect this. Bonus
Neither
action.
did I, but here we are.
Yeah, oof. Bonus action. I didn't even prepare for a fight today. Oh, this is the worst. Oh, I do have spiritual weapon still on. Bonus action. I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
So that's gonna pop out. Then for my, oh gosh. Hey, can either of you heal? Do I know if either of you can heal?
Oh, I can.
You can. How far away is Pris from me?
I mean, you were all sort of gathered around for the giving of the presents, for a very roomy definition of present. So I'd say you're all in melee of each other.
Oh, I am so sorry for the suboptimal choice, but I think Sam is gonna panic, and I'm gonna cast Fireball.
I mean, there are rats climbing up
All
your
over
inner
me.
leg. This is an
Yeah,
excellent.
And I'm gonna drop it
excellent moment
right
to do
behind.
this.
Okay, would I be able to center? Wait, are the streets surrounded? Are there people near me? I guess is my next question.
Oh yeah, no. Remember,
Okay,
this
then
was
I'm
a
not dropping
hellishly
Fireball.
crowded
Yeah,
street
no,
with people drinking 2 feet away from you.
Yeah, I guess I won't do that. That seems not great. Oh, okay. I'm gonna use Flaming Sphere. That's what I'll do. So let's see. So, sorry, I'm reading up Spiritual Weapon. I never use these spells. Lasts for the duration. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee. Okay, so I have to make a melee spell attack with my weapon.
Uh-huh.
So, I'll do that now.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay. That will do 1d8 plus 4, so 11 force damage.
Of course.
Or is it
Very
bludgeoning?
good. I'd ask if you're targeting any swarm in particular, but you can't.
Just boom.
Just all of them.
And then I'm gonna cast Flaming Sphere. And I'm
Okay.
gonna upcast it to 3rd level.
Okay.
It's a 5-foot diameter sphere of fire that appears in an unoccupied space of your choice within range and lasts for the duration. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dex saving throw. The creature takes 2d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. So I am going to summon it right within 5 feet of me to get all of these off of me while not endangering.
Wait, is spiritual weapon a cantrip?
Oh, you're right. Spiritual weapon is a level 2 spell.
Is it
Never
a
mind, I
second
can't do
level
that.
spell?
So I can't do that.
No.
Okay.
Now that
I
I'm
will.
not participating, I will backseat game the shit out of it.
That's fair. No, that's
No, I
100%
say-
fair. I will toll the.
I got confused
Oh,
with
wait.
firebolt, but flaming sphere
Right.
is much bigger.
You're right. So I will, anyways. I'll do Radiance of the Dawn, Channel Divinity. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So that is. I need every hostile creature that doesn't have total cover within 30 feet of me to make a Constitution saving throw of DC 15.
Still to be very judgmental. They were literally just asleep, and then they got shook
are-
out of their little extra-dimensional house onto a cold, dark street. But fine, I will make those Constitution throws. Fail. Fail. I don't even have to ask what the target is. If I roll like this, it's a fail. Fail. They all suck.
They take 17 radiant damage.
Alright. So, about a third of these rats radiant burn away to little ashy piles, and little ratty skulls, and little bits of dried bone that are currently in your pants and your outfit. However, 2/3 of these rats remain. And it is their turn.
Oh, good.
Sam is just screaming. This is just all
I
panic.
mean, that is really, really valid right now because this is terrifying. I don't think a 15 hits you.
A 15 will hit me, but I'll impose disadvantage.
Alright, let me try. And then 7.
7 will.
Alright. Let me try my other swarm. Dirty 20?
Dirty 20 is gonna hit.
Beautiful. For me, not for you. 7 points of damage. Oh no, wait, actually I have to do math. Oh, no, I'm wrong. I'm making it too hard on you. Let me take a step back. You only take 5 points of damage. Because my swarm is under half health and therefore does less damage.
On a scale of ouch to ouch, Sam is leaning towards ouch.
I mean, if you can still say ouch, you're not unconscious. This is fine.
That's true.
Prison Welby. Sam is bleeding from just hundreds of small cuts and bites and is screaming. Guards are starting to turn around. They're supposed to be dealing with the alchemy drinking party, but you're getting serious side-eye.
I'll let Pris go first. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Shoot. Uh-huh. Oh, I shouldn't do that. I want to, but I shouldn't.
I mean, shouldn't you? Maybe you want to. Maybe you should follow your instinct.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I don't know what it is, but it's probably gonna be great.
Yeah. Pris doesn't particularly care for rats because they have a tendency to gnaw on books, and they tend to startle her when she's like working quietly. So she is also going to scream. And as she does so,
more heads turn. Some of the more drunk people are sort of going, "Are they having more fun than we are? Should we be over? Should we be over there? Are they having a different party?"
We're at least 10 feet away from the rest of the like party group, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I'm casting
some of the
Shatter.
medics are starting to head towards Sam, just because of the amount of blood.
So I will cast Shatter at 3rd level on the rats, and unfortunately, that also
Includes Sam.
gets Sam.
Was that a Dex or a Con save?
That is a con save.
A 1.
Perfect.
I got an 8.
Oh no.
Luckily, that's also the number of HP I have.
Can I gift you a reroll?
A 1 and an 18.
Okay, so the 18 will save.
Okay.
And because I cast it at 3rd level, I'm so sorry, Sam.
That's okay. This is building up to my story arc of Sam having no qualms dropping fireballs on the team.
You already did, and it just never came to fruition.
That is 11 points of thunder damage.
Save for half?
Say, I'm double checking that. On a fail, half on a save, yes.
Half on save. Right, so half of these rats, this is glorious. They shatter. So basically, like, their bones break in their bodies and they splatter. Like, it's just blood and gore and guts and brain and intestines. The other third remains, looking absolutely terrible. Like there's open wounds oozing, but they're not quite dead yet. So someone should probably put them out of their misery because this looks terrible. Also, Sam collapses.
As soon as Sam collapses, I will run to like sort of protect Sam from the remaining swarms as much as I can, or at least go over to him. I'm
Fair.
sorry, Sam. I'm so sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm so sorry.
Will be.
You always be like, oh no, no, no. You gotta stop attacking. What?
Just a second. Before Welby does that, as she's like crying over Sam, she would also be like, "Welby, please help," and give you a little bardic inspiration. So you have a D8.
Okay.
Case's fireball misses.
Yeah, so I was gonna like, no, you gotta stop attacking Sam rats, and cast Word of Radiance on them. They have to
Tell
do
me
a
what that does.
con save. With 15.
16.
But they got a 16.
17 minus 1.
Yeah, they save.
Indestructible rats. I need to send Mare like a bottle of wine or something. They're stunning.
Are the rats on Graham? Or, sorry, on Sam?
Oh yeah,
Or-
no. They occupy his space, like they're under his clothes. You can see wiggling in his vestments.
Oh no. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have no more actions, but Wubby's gonna run over and try to start pulling the rats off in their tongue.
It's a long and moderately pointless process. Sam, I think that's a death save.
So, actually, I have the Banshee's Tears, and I have definitely killed rats.
You have absolutely killed a third of rats, so
But
you bamf
the
back,
Banshee's
right?
Tears, if you kill something, I don't think it count. Like, I don't know if this counts, but I did kill something.
I mean, you did kill a number of rats. I'll give you that. I'll say you.
So
you
does
killed
that trigger or not? Because I'm fine with either way. I will roll a death saving throw. I just wanted to ask. Because it is a swarm.
Yeah, swarms are tricky that way. They're never properly accounted for in the regular rules. But I'll say because these were all magically summoned by the same action, death by the third set of rats, it'll qualify for this. How many rats you killed before. I'd say the Banshee tier works for this.
Okay. So I pop up to 1 HP.
Yes.
Still covered in rats, still screaming. There was a brief pause of like 12 seconds where I didn't scream.
6
Oh
seconds,
gosh.
technically.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
You've 1 hit
Gosh.
point, and there's still rats on you.
Yeah.
Chris and Welby are sort of tearfully crying over you. You can still feel the teeth and the claws digging into you as they're getting ready to take the last turn.
And my spiritual weapon is not around anymore because
No, that poofed out when you went unconscious. It's a
Oh
concentration
gosh.
zone.
Okay, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level on myself. That's what I'm gonna do. So I I'm slapping at the rats and myself at the same time, and my hands will just glow with this luminescent kind of yellow light as I regain 17 HP plus 4, 21.
Right. 5th edition is so nice to you. You don't even have to cast defensively.
I know. Then I would also like to stand up with
Alright.
my movement.
Half of your movement is stand up.
And I'm just
I
gonna run. I'm gonna run towards the guards covered in rats.
You're aware I get an attack of opportunity if you try to leave my area.
Oh, I know.
Alright, you're running.
But there's more targets, and maybe they won't follow me.
Alright, you're running. The rats don't enjoy this, and they try to claw and bite at you some more. That is an 18.
They can have disadvantage.
If it, I would like to, as Sam starts to run, I will sort of start
So I'm
yelling at
watching
the
a cat
rats.
getting evicted. What were you doing?
Pris kind of like, I don't know how, this is the first time I've done this. Sort of very sternly yells at the rats, "Don't you dare!" and cast Cutting Words to use one of my bardic inspirations to try and keep them from attacking Sam.
Probably smart, because my disadvantage rolls is a 17. So what? Down 1.
-6.
Oh, 11.
I'm safe.
Alright. The rats sort of start falling out of your vestments and out from under your pants as they're trying to scrabble to keep up, still half formed into a swarm.
I mean, I only get 15 feet away.
You do only get 15 feet away. It is the swarm's turn. You did give them more targets, and they're incredibly stupid. But in my personal experience with them, once they've picked you, they've picked you. And you're currently the easiest, most... Okay, there's just so much blood you already taste good. So I'm pretty sure the swarm is going to use their 30-foot movement speed to scramble back onto your delicious, delicious body. And try and bite at you! That is a 19
Yep, that's gonna hit.
for 4 hit points.
I'm cool. Sam's cool.
You're
Everything's
cool. Everything's cool.
Everything's cool.
Kristen Welby, it's your turn.
I... Okay. They're still attacking Sam. They're still on, these rat swarms are still on Sam.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Shatter. Throw another shatter.
No.
At work, a lot
I
of
can
rats
probably
die.
I know
survive
it
it this
sure
time.
did. I'm still, but he went down and now I'm scared of it. Oh, sure. I'm not sure if this works with, because it's a creature, but it's a swarm. I reach down into my soul and pull out the I start yelling at the rats like I did in the library when I caught them nesting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of a really ugly sound actually, and I'm going to try and cast Dissonant Whispers on the rats. They have to make a wisdom save.
Would you call that charmed, frightened, grappled, paralyzed, petrified, growth, restrained, or mind affected?
It doesn't say. No. It's psychic damage, but that's it.
And this isn't the one they have to understand, right?
No, they don't.
The thing is, they're not technically a creature, they are a swarm.
Right.
I already see other people pulling out books, but I'm joining them.
I know.
And yes, we are looking this up because we're actively rooting for rats.
It does say one creature of your choice can hear, racking it with terrible pain, and I don't know how it works with the swarm. Swarms are tricky, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
it does
the thing
not
is,
say that it has to
creature is
understand it.
terribly. Creature is just so badly defined.
Does a swarm count as a creature?
Depends on who you ask, basically. There's no errata on this that says it counts.
Yeah, because either if they're counting as a token as a singular creature, then yes. If they're counting each individual in a swarm as a creature, then it would.
Exactly. The fact that they're immune to charmed and frightened suggests that they're just a whole bunch of little minds rather than one big one. At the same time, they're a hive mind.
Mm-hmm.
Are they?
I mean, it doesn't say they share one.
Yeah,
But they do share a stat block.
that is true.
They all have the same intelligence score, which is hilariously terrible. I'd say it works.
Okay, they have to make a wisdom save.
Save finding creatures. Save.
I will say, compared to how terrible my int and charisma are, their wisdom save is not bad. Well, a 16 saved me.
It does in fact save, but they still take half damage.
Alright.
6, 7, 9. Plus 3, 12.
I also did not
So
see
half
death by
that.
rats for anyone at the start of it.
No, so that's
No way.
12 points of psychic damage to the rats.
And it's already halved?
Yeah, no. 6 is the half. It's 12 total.
Oh, that is enough to put my poor little rats out of their existence. I feel bad for them. They were just trying to live their lives, you know?
I know.
absolutely don't
No.
feel bad for them. The only
Chris
thing
and,
I can
Chris and
think
Welby do.
No, Pris doesn't feel bad for the rats. Jordan feels bad for the rats.
Welby feels bad for the rats. Well,
Also,
kinda bad.
your fancy bag is looking terrible. There's a tear in it. It looks like it's not really functional as a bag or anything else anymore.
Oh no. Welby?
You stitched it up, it could be a sack.
You know, I didn't
You
think
got
that a
me
place...
rats?
No, I got you a bag, but I guess they all jumped into the bag because of the brownie I got. You know, I thought a place this clean, the town this clean, wouldn't have rats.
I'm gonna insight check that.
Rats are actually very clean. I learned that. But where exactly did you find this bag? And I hate to
Excuse
ask
me.
the other items.
Citizens or travelers, do you require assistance? And you see this super tall, lanky elf in one of the little medical vests
My friend is
looming
hurt.
over you as it's sort of brushing rat bits
Can
off
you-
of Sam.
Oh. I am covered in blood, viscera, dead rats. Yes, I absolutely could use assistance.
Will magical
And-
healing take care of your problem?
Yes.
May I touch you?
Yes.
May I cast a spell on you?
Yes.
Will you sue the city if anything I do
No.
brings you... Wonderful. Please stand still. And this super tall elf just sort of beautifully lays hands on you, not inflicting wounds, and heals you for, I don't know how much you need. He's basically dumping 15 points of lay on hands.
Yeah, that'll get me there.
Alright.
I'm good now.
Is your health improved?
Yes.
Will you deal with your cleanliness situation?
Absolutely. 100%.
And he turns to the rest of the group. Do either of you require healing?
Oh, I'm good. No, but thank you very much. Thank you for your help. We're sorry, I didn't.
I'm just kind of shaken. You have anything that can calm me down?
I believe the nearby establishes sells many things that will either settle or worsen your nerves.
You should get
If you'll
something to
excuse me,
settle
I
Welby's
am
nerves.
on duty at Millions.
Oh. Well, thank you for your help.
He's already walking away. It's like he's supposed to be dealing with the drinking people. He just came over because this looked like something not okay to have lying around in your street.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry, Sam. I didn't think putting a brownie in a bag would make this happen. I mean, I know creatures like food, but usually they don't go for it when it's packed away.
Sam is glaring daggers at Welby. I would say almost murderously.
Welby, where did you find this bag?
In the magic shop, you know.
Right.
There's just a bunch of stuff that needed new homes.
What do you mean needed new homes?
Well, nobody wanted them. They couldn't even sell them.
They couldn't sell them. Okay. Maybe we should go back to the inn. And maybe I can take a look at the dagger that you got for Sam
Sure.
or for Kai.
I'm gonna go walk over to the stuff and pocket the brownie, pocket the cube, and hand Pris the dagger.
Okay. Sam, are you gonna be okay? I'm so sorry. I didn't know what I was doing, and
I'm perfectly fine. I'm going back to the inn. Have a good night.
Do you,
And
do you,
Sam
do you
storms
still
off.
want the bag, Sam?
There's no response. Sam just storms.
I'll cast Mending on the bag.
It is not fixed.
Oh.
oh,
It is
was
a cursed
nice
item
thought.
that has lost its curse.
It was a really nice thought, Welby.
Yeah. Well.
Let's head back. We can get a room.
A lot of my nice thoughts turned bad. That's weird. Like the
I do
town
happen-
tried to make the town rich, and the plants got mad?
You do happen to have the worst luck of anybody I've ever met, I'll admit.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure if I just keep trying, eventually something good will happen.
I'm sure it will. It can't be bad forever.
Nope.
Maybe now's just the time where you're using up all your bad luck, and then soon you'll start having good luck.
It can't all be bad. I mean, you got a nice loot.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that probably too. But it sounds beautiful, but if they couldn't sell it, maybe there was a reason. I just want to be sure.
Maybe, but
Don't
pretty
give
sure
me
they
that
just.
face.
What?
I am offended on behalf of Magic Jacks.
That was a lot of rats.
It was. Do you think there's like rats all over the town? We just can't see them.
I mean, probably. There's all sorts of creatures that we can't see regularly, I feel like.
That's true.
You never know.
Do you think we should go find Sam, or should we just find Kai right now?
I think we should head back to the inn. I mean, I don't know where Kai went, but maybe they'll meet us back at the inn.
Yeah, that might be for the best.
All right, we'll take our break, as it is time for a break, and we'll pick it back up with the whole group reconvening at the wine den.
Yay.
Everyone's still alive! Yay!
Yay!
Well
Barely.
done.
Wait until Kai gets back.
I mean,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you get back.
Well, just as a question, do you have a backup character? Just for no
Oh,
particular
yeah,
reason.
I have a
whatsoever?
backup character.
No, Wild.
No. It's
All right,
fine.
let's take our break. Let's take 10 to 15 minutes, stretch, hydrate, pet your pets, do whatever needs doing. And,
Pet
you
your
know,
rats.
maybe eventually they'll find my quest giver.
Nah.
It's fine.
Or maybe they'll just live in this town for as long as they last. We'll see.
Can't corrupt us if we live in a populated neighborhood with a lot of guards.
She can.
Wait, what? How would I not be able to... Never mind. Look,
Other
red
people
dragons
always make
fly, is
things
all I'm saying.
complicated.
Let's be back in 15 minutes.
Goodbye.
Welcome to our Patreon.
Oh baby, I love your madness.
Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high quality Dungeons and Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmrin. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. every session. And our undying love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please. The Lore Master. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, open for adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi! My name is Express Love. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Senmaria, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by Found Familiar. Did you know that every bag of Found Familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of Found Familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In Senmaria, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by Found Familiar in conjunction with Devon Rue. Now that's canon. Found Familiar coffee. Buy it today.
Yeah, to pieces, yeah, I need it. Once you pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Once you pandemonium.
emoji.
Dragon emoji.
Dragon emoji.
And we're live.
Hello. I will be taking applications for new players for next season, apparently.
Adam
Oh
emoji.
no.
Welcome back, everybody, to Uncaged, a tragic tale of loss that occasionally encounters monsters and NPCs.
And rats.
And rats. I've kind of counted them as monsters, so that's technically unfair.
Rats are not monsters. You know better
I
than
know.
that.
So we're coming back to our dear friends as they are once again approaching the wine. Kai, I take it you've given up on fucking with pixies because you're not a complete
When was
idiot.
that on the table?
Well, when you left their territory, you decided not to hunt in their territory.
Okay,
And you
fair.
headed back to town. I'm assuming you're also going back to the wine den. It's getting pretty late. We're talking 2 in the morning.
Important detail, I'm not a wolf anymore.
You are not a wolf. You're carrying a lopsided, clearly homemade shield. Like it screams, I'm 2 weeks away from opening an Etsy store kind of shield. They're starting to try and tone down the atmosphere in the wine den. I know Sam got a room. And anybody else can.
When we head back, Pris would get a room for just one, but Welby's welcome to come stay in her room.
Kai, are you sleeping on the roof? Or...
No. I believe Aunt Sam rented a room.
I will also point out your pseudo-dragon is looking a little green around the gills because he tried eating a lot of rat corpses that got, irradiated and shattered, and there's just little bits of bone trying to work its way through his thing. Your pseudo-dragon is looking a little rough. Like they're used to fine cuts of meat, fresh fruit. You didn't offer them any food since you got them, other than trail rations. So they jumped on the fresh meat, which doesn't seem to be agreeing.
I think Sam's in a bath. And washing
Sam's
his armor and everything else.
Yep, definitely fair. Fortunately for Pris, the shatter goes out from her, so she's clean.
Rat chatter.
Well, oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. As soon as there's a room available, Pris would like to take some time and cast Identify on the loot and the dagger
All right.
that will be procured.
As you cast Identify on these objects, you identify a cube. It is a cube.
Mm-hmm. Well, that seems safe enough.
You cast Identify on the loot.
Mm-hmm.
Cube. You cast
loot?
Identify on the dagger.
Yeah.
Cube.
They're all cubes?
All the cube. The cube, however, is now attuned. And because you've identified it, you know that regardless of what you try to identify within 100 feet of it, it will identify the cube. It is attuned to you. It does not count towards your maximum number of attuned items.
I didn't take the cube, I thought. I thought Welby grabbed the cube.
I have the cube.
Then it's attuned to Wellbe.
Yep.
But you're still within 100 feet of the cube.
Can I cast... This is so strange. Can I cast Identify on one of my own objects that I have already identified?
It's a cube. Not a cube, it is the cube. The item is literally called Identified Cube.
I hate it so much. I don't. This is amazing. Hey, did I see Welby with the cube? It fell out when he was.
They came out
jumping.
with the rats and rats and the rats.
Welby,
Yeah.
you that cube thing that you have.
Oh, this one. I should probably keep polishing it.
So for some reason, everything when I use the spell that Avine taught me,
Mhm.
everything looks like that cube.
Oh, that's weird. Maybe the spell's broken.
Right. It worries me because it means I can't tell what anything is or what it does.
Can you ask if... No. Well, you can send a letter to Avine, ask if she gave it to you the right spell.
Well, see, I've tried the spell before and was able to tell what things were, and now I've tried it on those same things and it doesn't work anymore.
Oh.
And they just look like the cube.
Do spells break over time?
Not really. Not to my knowledge. I mean, admittedly I'm still new at this, but at this particular spell, but I did it exactly the same way she taught me, and I kind of wonder, since it looks like the cube, if it has maybe something to do with the cube.
Maybe? Should I... Maybe I can go back to Magic Jacks and ask them about the cube.
Maybe in the morning, but I think in the meantime, maybe I should put the not that they're not lovely, but maybe we should wait to give Kai the dagger that you got until I can see what it actually does.
Okay. I guess I'll go in the morning.
Okay. I'm gonna put at least the dagger and the loot in my scarf.
I should probably... I'm gonna finish this brownie so that we don't get more rats.
Where did you find the brownie?
Magic Jacks. There was
Maybe
samples.
wait on that too.
I mean, I already took a bite out of it.
You did? Did anything happen?
Just, it's an okay brownie.
Okay. All right. Wait. Wait, I have an idea. Can I see the cube for a second?
Sure.
Do you mind if I I'm going to try and put it in my scarf.
Your scarf?
And then I would like to try and identify one of my objects that I know about already and see if that changed anything.
You successfully identified a cube.
Great. Perfect. Okay. Well, I'll give you this back, but maybe we should take the cube back to Jack's in the morning. It's kind of late.
Yeah. Do you think Sam's gonna be okay?
I think he's kind of mad right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to it though. People always get mad at me.
No, it's not fair.
I mean, a lot of stuff happens around me, so maybe it is.
Well, it's not your fault. It's just you have, like you said, well, like I said earlier, you have really bad luck. I think.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's nothing we can do about it now, anyways.
Well, it's why we're all working together, because you know, maybe, well, I think that I like to think that I have fairly good luck. So between the two of us, it kind of cancels out.
Oh. It's funny because halflings are supposed to be really lucky.
Are they? I guess that's true.
I mean, that's what I keep hearing.
Well, you're a very special halfling, Welby.
You're right, I am special.
Well, I'm gonna Well, have a good night. I'm gonna fall asleep. Pris is gonna kind of tuck herself in because it's late.
And Welby's gonna find a nice little patch on the floor that just speaks to him.
Good night, Welby.
Night. Oh, you wanna play some of the violin tune?
I'll Well, the violin tune is mostly for other things, but I will play something on my mother's lute
Oh, okay.
instead. She just plays a soft little tune. Good night, my someone. Good night, my love. Sleep tight, my someone. Sleep tight, my love. Our star is shining its brightest light. Now good night, my love. Oh, good night. Just a little tune that Pris used to hear from her mother.
Welby would not to sleep.
Hi and or Sam.
When Kai comes in, what does the room look like? And most importantly, do they smell blood?
So Sam would have gone to the baths first. And Sam would have washed off the pseudo dragon, would have washed off his armor, his gear, everything. He probably had to ask for permission, which he would have politely.
Granted.
And he would have done all of that. Then the atmosphere in the room would have been pretty dark. Sam is probably pacing angrily when Kai comes in.
You have a very concerned looking pseudo dragon perched,
Kai
watching
closes
Sam
the door
pace
and
back
just
and forth.
goes to pet the pseudo dragon if it's allowed.
Welby fucked up again.
Alright.
That's what happened. Welby walked up and dumped a swarm of rats on me as a gift. So then after being bitten, clawed, knocked unconscious by Pris's spell, coming back to life, being bitten again, that's how I picked up my shield. How was your day?
Are you hurt?
Not anymore.
Right, because I feel like I'm about to hurt somebody. That's probably not a good idea, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I
A
don't.
swarm of rats. Why did you think that was a good idea? You probably didn't think anything.
Because he doesn't think. He does not think. There's no caution when it comes to Welby. Lightning bolts to the face. Giant attacking vegetables. The list goes on. But every time that Welby makes a mistake, it's other people that pay. And nothing gets learned because of it.
You know, I thought that I'd had a good day today. You know what I did? I went into the forest. And I turned into a wolf. Not by the werewolf thing, but by the other thing that are too. And I could control it, it was fine, I was hunting, I could smell. I thought it was good news. I thought that finally I had at least some kind of idea what happens to me and my friends. I thought it were fine, and then I come back. And I come back and rats and whatever the fuck happened. We need to talk about it.
Yeah.
As much as I'd love to hurt someone right now, that's kind of the point of what I've been doing, not hurting someone. It's a really important point if I want they just to themselves keep this in control somehow. So I'm not gonna go out there. I'm not gonna rip his little throat out. And I'm just gonna go to bed now. And tomorrow we're gonna shout. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
I'll give like a do you want a hug position.
They turn into a cat and sit atop Sam's shoulder.
That's fair.
Pseudo dragon
So
snuggles in.
yep, I will go to bed. I guess I will like scoop them one by one off of me and just like put them on top of me when I'm like going to bed.
Alright, you have one scaly cat and one fluffy cat.
And then probably any cat in the vicinity probably is meowing.
Yes. I was about to say you go to sleep with two kind of cats. I'm pretty sure by the time you wake up, Kai's reverted. The pseudo dragon is still scaly, and you're struggling to inhale, and you're not sure why. First, you think it's just such a heavy, heavy blanket, but when you go at long last, there's just fur in your mouth, and you're just covered. There's tabbies, there's tortoise cats, there's something that looks like it probably has mange, but it looks very comfortable. I think every Mauser in this wine den and the surrounding stores has decided that this bed, place to be.
Good
To
thing
imagine
Sam's
that
not allergic.
there was a lot of hissing in the night until Kai transformed back.
Probably. And then they sort of try to sneak in between the two of you for it's the warmest. You get
Wonderful.
the thing where they do the kneading, but with
Yeah.
the claws, like on your inner thigh, they're suddenly just because you're moving too much.
Ow, 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 ow. Alright, I'm up, and I'm gonna.
Well,
Now
good
there's a
night.
lot
By
of
the way,
hissing and squealing as you're rudely awakening all of these precious kittens.
Yep. And Sam will look at the amulet and go, yep, that tracks with my time in this city.
Did you buy something that attracts cats?
No, this was the bargain bin thing that I picked up. I
By the
think
way,
it
did
makes.
you say Pris cast a spell on you?
Oh yeah, I was covered in rats. It's blurry because I lost consciousness for a second. The rats on me. Pris blasted me with something. Then everything went dark. Then I woke up, still covered in rats, still getting bitten. Tried to run away. Kept getting bitten. Then they died.
Alright, that sounds like a shit day. Could you... They kind of just push a cat aside and then just address all the fucking cats in the room. I'm gonna turn into a dog and chase you all out of here if you don't stop being a no, don't hiss at me. I know you can speak with me.
Fuck off.
Fuck off, you're on your own. I actually imagine that when Kai does like the beast speech, they just imitate the noises of the animals. So it's
You're just hissing back
from
at them.
both
It's just what
sides.
we're having a literal hissy fit. I didn't think it would happen, but we're having a literal hissy fit.
Not the one I thought they would have. But...
I mean, it's been a strange day for many.
Alright, I think we need to go downstairs and have a talk. I think.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that sounds
really don't
wonderful.
want
I
to.
I'll
I just don't want to so much.
I'll let you do most of the talking. I feel like what I say is going to be unproductive. I'll step in if you need it.
Start to rip someone's throat out?
Here, that's fine.
I hate talking.
I know. I'm sorry. Also, can I do an Arcana check? Like, would Sam know that that was a cursed item that did it, or would he have believed that rats got into a bag because of a brownie.
To be perfect, I mean, you were in Magic Jacks.
Yeah.
You know about the free items in the cursed basement. You also saw the bag not moving at all and being far too small to contain 3 swarms of rats when Welby was carrying it normally.
Heads up, don't take any gift Welby gives you ever. That's going to be my rule of thumb from now on.
I wasn't planning to.
And if Welby does it again, I'm going to curse them. I'm going to magically curse Welby.
I mean, yeah, can you do that?
Yeah, I think I can.
That is really useful. So I'm thinking about a few people that would be wishful thinking.
Actually,
right.
One sec. I need to do some studying to choose what spells I have prepared today. You know, I didn't think I was going to need some fighting spells in a city yesterday, but
What,
you know, as they say.
You need to study to do spells. You don't just
Well,
know when you wake up.
I don't really know. The priest at the last town said you need to do a ritual or study or whatever speaks to you on a spiritual level, and I don't know what speaks to me because I just got all these abilities weeks ago, and I have no idea, so I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing every day and hope it works out.
You need to work on something, I think.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
Oh, really?
I'm lying. I'm sorry. I shouldn't lie. I am doing okay given the circumstances.
That's probably the best you can hope for at any situation, so... I'm gonna go and eat something before we do this. I'm really hungry. I didn't catch anything, which, you know, was kind of shit, but...
No, I've got you. I wave a hand and I'm gonna create food and water.
It is incredibly basic food and water, as opposed to the absolutely fucking delicious breakfast that is being served downstairs.
What does it look like the food and water?
So I think that the food and water that I'm summoning is like, it's like pitchers of water, and it's like a mixture of fruits and dried meats and breakfast sandwiches, eggs, sausages, yada yada yada. But they all taste bland and have no flavor.
Guy starts eating and just pulls this face like when you're sitting at a friend's house and the food just tastes absolutely shit.
Look, the smell of bacon and eggs and porridge and waffles and pancakes is just wafting up.
I take one bite, spit it out, and say, "Okay, we're going downstairs." The cats can have that,
sick.
and I'll pour like saucers.
Sorry, I was talking to the cats.
Oh.
That is I'd rather we buy rations.
Me too. I'm going to pour some water for the cats. I'll put some of the sausage and cut it up for the cats that are all in the room, like all 50 of them.
I really wouldn't need that.
I mean, I don't think all of them have owners, so...
No, you just said...
And then I'm going to open the door, pick up the pseudo dragon, put it back on the shoulder, and I'm good to go downstairs.
The pseudo dragon looks wistfully at the food and water you created, and goes... and is very much in favor of going downstairs where the actual breakfast is being served. Well-being.
I would have gotten up, well, as early as is fitting given how late we went to sleep, and gone down to breakfast.
Well, we would have got up first thing in the morning and gone over to Magic Jacks.
Magic Jacks never closes. So I think you're there before Sam and Kai actually get to breakfast. So again, magic checks. It's open. It's no different from the other time you've been here. With one exception, you don't see Magic Jack, who is technically called Klaus, but you know he had to name the store after his dad.
So there's no customers in here right now?
Oh, you know, there's definitely people shopping, but most of them seem to be focused on distinct categories. Like, they know they want magical armor, but, you know, do you want acid resist or do you want fire resist? And there's a lot of going back and forth on the different
So I guess
benefits of certain magical immunities or resistances. The pseudo dragons are all sleeping. So there is a little sign that says, please, like, quiet hours are until 8 a.m. with a little arrow pointing up at the nesting pseudo dragon.
So Wubby will walk up to the counter. He's like, hi. So I got this cube thing from downstairs yesterday. Do you know what it does?
So you get the same timid-looking little gnome female that you got yesterday. She clearly has like the midnight to whenever the fucking sun comes up shit. And she goes, yes, that is the identified cube. It had a tag on it with what it does. If you hold it for a little while, it becomes yours, and then every time you identify something within 100 feet of it, you identify the cube. It's an identified cube.
Oh. So is that a bad thing?
I mean, most people wouldn't buy it because they like to be able to identify items. You can't if you have the cube.
Well, I promised I'd give it a home, so I don't know what to do now.
Oh, well, it is yours now. I mean, you didn't take the insurance, so it's not returnable.
I don't think I can afford insurance.
Well, insurance is only offered at the time of purchase, so it will already be irrelevant.
How do you purchase something that's free?
Well, you left the store with it.
Oh. Okay. Well, I think I made my friend kind of mad last night. I have a budget of 0. Do you have anything that you can recommend that might help smooth things over?
What did you do to make your friend mad?
I don't know. I put one of the brownies from downstairs in a bag, and I think a bunch of rats from town went into it, and you know when I tried to give them the bag.
Is that the bag you took from our basement?
Yeah, I mean
that is a bag of rats, so that sounds like it's functioning as intended. It's a feature.
Oh.
Did you? I'm sorry. Klaus, did you read any of the tags?
I saw that they had tags.
Did you read past the part where they said they were free?
I mean, that's the important one.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations on your free purchases. I'm afraid you did not buy insurance, and I cannot help you with any of the problems that may have arisen from the use or owning of these items.
Oh.
You could get him some candy. Maybe he likes sugar bombs.
Wait, do those cost money?
I mean, normally, but I feel kind of bad because you seem nice, but not very bright. And normally, there's like a form you sign before you're allowed in the basement. And I feel like proper procedures were not followed when we allowed you into the basement because you seem to lack a certain. No, wait, would you like some free candy to offset your unfortunate experiences with the goods?
I always take free candy.
Great. Please avail yourself of one bag of free candy from the bargain bin.
Yay. Thank you.
You are quite welcome. Please do not return until you know how to purchase or can afford insurance.
Was there anything bad with the brownies downstairs? Because I kind of ate some.
They have certain healing properties, but they will also prevent you from consuming food or water after regaining hit points from using them.
So they heal. Awesome.
Yes, this is correct. They have healing properties. Please exercise the utmost caution when using items from the cursed basement.
Okay.
Or purchase insurance.
Well, thank you for your help. I'm
You are
just.
most welcome.
You were very informative. You're very good at your job.
Oh, if you would like to, you can leave a review on one of the forms near the front door, and I will be eligible for Employee of the Month.
Oh, okay.
It would be most appreciated. I've
Um,
never won. Ever. At all.
Well,
Nobody seems to like me for some reason.
oh. Well, you seem nice, so I guess I like you.
Perhaps if you write this down, I might get a raise for the first time ever.
Sure. Alright, well, I'm gonna go give my friend some candy. Logan's gonna walk over and fill out the customer form. What was your name again?
It's so kind of you to ask. I don't think anyone has ever quite had my name before. You can call me Jarka.
Okay.
It isn't technically my name, but my original name was too long for Mr. Klaus to remember, so he gave me a nickname. I don't think writing a form with my real name would lead to anything for me because I don't think he knows my actual name anymore.
I'll put both down just in case.
That is very nice of you.
Hey, here you go. Bye.
Bye. Have a lovely day, and I would suggest you purchase insurance on your next questionable purchase.
I've heard insurance was a scam.
It can be. Some people need it. Day.
Bye. Yeah, and we'll just walk back to the inn.
Okay. Considering you went as early as possible,
That's not
I think you get back by the time the rest are coming down to the smells of a delicious breakfast.
awesome.
As soon as Kai sees Welby, they're gonna raise a hand, and a kind of feathery shimmer comes over them and dissipates as they cast Owl's Wisdom on themselves.
Okay. Cast a spell on yourself.
I'll cast guidance on Kai.
What are you casting again?
Guidance.
Guidance.
No, what's Kai casting again?
Owl's Wisdom. That's an enhanced ability. And then they're gonna have something to eat because
I do think
Not
Chris,
quite that.
Sam, and Kai would be having breakfast while Welby's on the way back. So 3 of you may or may not be at the same table already.
That works out really well.
So we walk up to the table like, is it okay if I sit here?
Yes.
Hey. Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Welby.
Morning. What do we need to talk about? What happened yesterday? I wasn't there.
Where were you?
Not important right now.
I mean, it could have helped if you were.
I could have, yes. But I really shouldn't have needed to in the first place.
I mean, the rest of us stayed in a group. Why did you go by yourself, Kai?
Because we were in a town, we are in a town with guards and shops and people, and it's safe here.
Yeah.
If nobody colossally fucks up. Well, but can't you see why this is a problem?
Which part?
This part right here.
Breakfast?
Do you know exactly that? Why would I be angry? Come on, think. Why would I be angry enough that I needed to cast a spell
Because you
so
didn't
that
get.
I wouldn't lunge at you over the table?
Because you didn't get to fight like the rest of us. Because you like to fight.
No. That's not the reason I don't like to fight.
You don't?
I don't.
Oh. Okay, because you just seem to fight a lot.
Or just because you do something a lot doesn't mean you like it.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't. At this point, they just look at Pris. I'm really trying here, but I
Yeah,
can't.
I know.
How do I say what I want to say?
Just. I don't know. Say what you. I would say speak from the heart, but I do know. I think
That's not a good idea.
I don't know how to help. I understand. I understand why the two of you are angry at Welby, or why you're angry at Welby. But he was just trying to do something nice.
But it wasn't thinking that's the problem. We are adventurers, I think, and what we do is really dangerous, even if we do it right. And if you want to be nice, that's really good, because you're a good person if you want to be nice. But that doesn't mean you're not a danger. You need to think, and they look directly at Welby. You need to think always why it could be right, go right or wrong, or actions are not just actions. If I drop something, then it falls to the floor. If I plant something, then it grows. That's not. You never just do something.
So.
Sam will look up from his coffee that he's been sipping this entire time and just listen.
Just giant mug.
Welby, I'm not upset about the intentions and motivations for dropping a item you got from the cursed section of a store on me. I am upset because you have no thought of caution in any regards to any action you do. And that is not only dangerous. If it was just dangerous to you, I would be okay with it. Because then you have to deal with your own messes. But your actions affect everyone around you. And it hurts them because you don't put in the thought or the consideration of what will happen next. And that is why I'm upset with you. Because I could have died because you decided that I want to give something nice, and rather than give something truly nice, I'm running on assumptions here. Because I know that... I'm assuming you got it in Mad Jack's, right? In the basement?
Yeah.
Right, the cursed item section.
The free item section.
It literally says cursed on the door. So instead of thinking, would these make good gifts that are safe for my friends, you went for free things that potentially could have killed someone. Let's be honest, I'm not going to beat around the bush. You could have killed someone, or any number of other people around the area of us. And you don't change. You don't change. Every time you make this mistake, you don't learn from it.
I mean, there's the memory thing.
I mean, I know I made one big mistake with the plants and everything, but it doesn't happen a lot.
It does.
And I'm sorry you can't see it the way I see it. Because I want you to be better as a person. And for people to like you, and for you to not have to live in the streets of a town. Just you make it so hard. So hard. And I'm gonna go back to sipping my coffee, and I don't think Sam's gonna respond for the rest of the conversation.
So does everyone else feel the same way?
I do. I don't think you want to hurt anybody, not really. I mean, I know you don't want to hurt anybody. You fucking undead lightning things, and you want to be friends with them. It's just that you don't... I can't understand you on any level, because you have such good intentions. You're such a good person. But what you do is terrible. We were nearly... I mean, I wasn't, but... I was, but... Sam was nearly killed. Because you didn't read a sign. And there's no reason for it. Did you not see it because you could read there was a free sign? I don't know.
Yeah, you're probably right. Chris?
I don't. We've talked about maybe there's something in what Sam said about thinking and really thinking about things before we do with the cursed items, but admittedly, there is a little bit of I think that what Sam's words are important for all of us. I know that it's very similar to what I got upset at Sam for recently. And maybe I think it's interesting that you feel so strongly, Sam, about this, given that your own actions have gotten people into danger too.
I really
Almost as
condone
much
that.
as Welby. That doesn't make either of you bad people. It doesn't make either of you dangerous necessarily. But that's why we're here together, is to help each other be better and to grow and to do better and maybe stop each other from doing things that we don't think are right. I understand why people are mad at you, Welby. I know that and I know you don't remember this, when you created the lightning flash that hurt my dad's that I was upset, but I was also upset at Sam for casting a spell while I was talking.
And I'm upset at you for hitting me with a spell yesterday.
I know. I also wasn't thinking. I'm sorry. I'll try to do
Apology
better.
accepted. Also, can we all agree, fuck rats?
Yes. I don't like them.
I mean, they're usually
And they're
not too
quite
bad.
tasty if you eat them.
You eat rats?
I think as soon as Kai says they're quite tasty if you eat them, you hear this like faint retching sound.
Is it
from
the pseudo-dragon?
I just look back at it like really. I mean, not as an elf, but as most other things that aren't rats. I mean, also rats.
I should apologize to everyone too. I mean, I guess maybe I was by myself for too long, and I mean, I guess we're all, I think we're all friends now, but I got excited, and sometimes when I get excited about doing things, I just do them because I think they'll make people happy, and I like seeing people happy, and I guess I don't always realize when people are mad at me, because people have been mad at me for so long, but I mean, if they're mad at me, then maybe they're not paying attention to the other bad things in their life. So I mean, I just want to make things better, but it doesn't seem to work out usually, and I just keep trying, but maybe I shouldn't try as much, because maybe it just hurts people too much.
I don't think that's true. I think you've got the right idea. You just haven't got the right methods yet. People are only happy when they're not hurt, and you need to think about that just a bit more. But Aside from that,
Well, maybe at the very least I should stop scavenging and picking up random stuff. You know, but I mean, like when you're out on your own and in like living in the woods, sometimes it's nice to collect things because then it makes you feel like you have stuff and a place, just little comforts, but yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
I think maybe not picking things up and scavenging so much, but that's why we're all. But we can help. I can help. If we work together. It's gonna be okay.
I did bring everyone a peace offering. I got some candy for everyone.
I'll have one.
Sam's not gonna have one. He'll wait for Pris to eat one first.
Yep.
Roll d12, please.
Perfect.
Sorry, d20.
D20. Okay. 18.
It tastes absolutely delicious. And remember, as you're eating this bit of candy, it takes you back into one of your most favorite memories.
Oh.
Physically? Or...
Mentally, she's still at the table.
Okay.
But she's having she has zoned out for a bit. It isn't like one of those faint rooms like you can't it's not like she can't quite tell the faces. She is reliving one of her best moments.
Mm-hmm. It's around a campfire. There's a big, gaudy, ostentatious wagon in the background. Like bells and trim and ribbons everywhere. And Pris is sort of like curled up in a blanket near the fire. She remembers that. And there are a man and a woman sort of dancing together and music playing, though it's not clear from where. They're both in brightly colored outfits, loose scarves, purples and teals and reds and golds. And they're laughing and sort of, in each other's arms. This was...
See, Pris, this. It's just a look of contentment that I don't think any of you would have seen before. And it takes a few seconds. It feels much longer for Pris until she seemingly, with this inhale, comes back to herself.
Well, those are excellent candies. It was very tasty. Thank you.
I'm gonna try one too.
Oh, now you're mute.
Clicked unmute. How's this?
You're very quiet.
Even quieter than before.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
How's this?
Perfect.
That's good.
Perfect.
I would like to thank the slide that says Master Output Level.
It's amazing.
I was asking Kai to please roll a d20.
Do you what?
D20. The regular one.
You mean the D6? 10.
A 10. Alright, so Kai gets this candy while I sit up straight and drink beer to hydrate. Because it counts, I'm telling you. My defense, it's almost 10 p.m. where I live. Kai eats this candy, chews for a little bit. Kai, you feel nothing. It's a pretty okay candy. It's mainly sugar. So like, it's the kind of candy if you're chewing on it, you get the feeling if you don't brush your teeth real soon, you're gonna get serious cavities. The rest of you, as you're looking at Kay, they turn orange, and light spills out from his eyes, from their eyes and mouth, casting bright light in a 10-foot radius. I mean, Kai, it's a pretty good candy. It's just a lot of sugar. It's almost just a literal sugar cube.
I mean, thank you, but I'm not gonna lie, I feel like my teeth are sticking together. It's just very... I don't think I can taste anything else but sweets right now.
You're also orange.
I'm kind of glowing.
It's nice.
So nice. It is so nice.
I think you look great. I never would have pictured you as orange, but it's really funny. It's good luck.
I'm a lizard now, goodbye.
Alright, Kai beast shapes into a lizard.
An orange.
The lizard is
glowing
orange
lizard.
and sheds a bright light in a 10-foot radius.
Well, now we always know where
Lizard
Kai
mind can do
is.
wonderful things.
Is it permanent? Is the tag still on the candies?
It is.
I'm gonna read the tag.
The tag says tote of tricky treat sugar bombs. It holds clove and pumpkin candies. The effects are varying between pleasant and mischievous. The effects are not included on the tag because it's a fairly small tag. But it says each effect, unless otherwise specified, lasts a minute.
Okay. I'll eat one candy.
Please roll me a d20.
You're a little quiet again.
I touched nothing. I did nothing. Let me tell. Hang on.
Check
maybe,
Zoom.
Maybe I need to tell Zoom to go fuck itself.
8 for me on a d20. I assume that's what you wanted me to roll.
How's this?
Perfect.
I touched nothing.
Is Zoom turning you down?
No. It's turned off. 6.
8.
8. Ooh, it's actually really cool. Again, teeth sticking, like you're basically just eating a sugar cube. Pris, Kai, and Paul. He gets these really cool pupils like a snake. So vertical, no blinking.
Oh,
So you're kind of matching Kai right now.
you can look kind of like a lizard too now, Sam. Just your eyes, though.
What do they look like?
Well, you know how lizards have their irises are like thin and long,
Mm-hmm.
like that. That's what they look like. It looks like Kai's eyes. Well, Kai's a lizard. Can you do the thing where you blink once and then blink the other one? Like blink one eye and then the other one? Like
It looks exactly
do
the way
the thing.
Graham looks right now.
Did it work?
Would disturb the viewers.
yes. That's kind of creepy.
We have a content warning for this game for a reason.
We do.
It says PG 13 plus somewhere. I don't know how to.
Swapper might transmute themselves at any moment in time. As you can
Wild
see,
pack
this
of
is
dogs
my
appears.
bone.
Chasing the cats, probably.
I mean, there's a lot of cats around you, Sam. I'm just saying, they're like weaving between your ankles. But yeah, your pupils look pretty cool for a minute.
Wait, Sam, do this. Perfect.
Regular tongue.
Okay. I mean, not as exciting, but I'm sorry. I know.
Actually-
Serious moment, but
Welby. Can you roll my will save?
Uh-oh. Revenge of the brownies.
Banshee screams. You're muted.
He's stalling.
Oh, I rolled a 4.
A 4! That is a beautiful number. So you see Pris say to Sam, do this, and stick out her tongue. And as Sam sticks out his tongue, rather than like the regular kind of doofusy looking human tongue Sam has, you see this incredibly long, lizard-like blue forked tongue unroll from Sam's mouth.
Does anyone else see this tongue?
I mean, it's just a tongue. Like a normal tongue.
It's not like blue and really long.
No.
Maybe it's just me.
You know, maybe when we go find the person who helps Kai, and we should also see what they can do to help you, Welby.
Help with
I
what?
don't think that's normal.
I mean, what's normal?
Well, seeing a normal looking tongue, like a regular pink flat tongue instead of a blue one.
You know, I've seen blue tongues before, just not from Sam.
Right.
Who had
Sam's
blue
tongue isn't blue.
tongues?
Oh, the person I got my seeds from.
Oh.
What?
Right.
I mean, they were free.
I talked to that person.
I'm pretty sure I made a deal with that person.
Wait, you did what? Wait, did I know about this?
Yeah, I
Oh,
told
didn't.
you that I said I would do anything to bring back the kid, then the kid came back to life. You were there for that.
Right. You didn't mention. Oh, I didn't realize that it was maybe perhaps Welby's. Okay.
I was wondering how you did that with a kid.
Wow, okay.
I mean,
So,
in my
Chris,
defense,
anything?
they didn't appear before me or anything like that. I was just going through stress and said, if someone can save this kid, I would do anything to save them. And then it just said, okay, deal. It wasn't really a negotiation.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You see,
That's
this
fair.
is the reason why things that are dead should stay dead.
When you say anything, does that mean anything?
I don't know. I am sure there is some limits to what anything provides in a contractual sense.
You signed a contract?
Why?
I did not sign a contract.
Yeah. So how do you know
Well,
what contractual means?
so, okay. Watching what we say is going to be part of this moving forward. I think.
While we're all here, Chris, is there anything you wanted to tell me? Any...
I don't think so.
Alright.
Welby had picked up a few other presents, and I'm not able to identify them at the moment. So I just have them for safekeeping so nobody else can touch them. But as soon as I am able to, we will determine the nature and then figure out the best course of action. That's all I know. That's everything.
Alright.
I mean, I got you a nice dagger, Kai. I mean, I think it's nice. I mean, it should be nicer than the bag.
I have a stick.
We will,
But
again, we will figure out what to do with it as soon as I can figure out what exactly it does and what its effects are, as soon as my spell seems to work again, which it isn't at the moment.
Oh, I found out what my cube does, though.
Yes, what does the cube do?
Makes everything identify as a cube.
Yep, that would explain why I can't tell what anything is. Okay, great.
can we destroy it?
What?
Yeah, I don't...
Welby,
It doesn't do anything bad.
do you feel a connection with the cube?
I mean, it said I'm supposed to polish it.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Remove Curse.
You're muted.
You're muted, Anique.
I am really not muted.
There we
Oh,
go!
we hear you.
I am not
You just
muted.
need to scream at your mic.
Yeah, so I will reach out and say, you can keep the cube, just I think its magic needs to not be working right now. And so I'm going to touch the cube. All curses affecting one creature or the object end. If the object is a cursed magic item, its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed and discarded.
All right. Technically, it says a character remains attuned to the cube until they die or another character becomes attuned to the cube. But you're throwing excellent magic at this, so I'll say the attunement breaks.
Sweet.
Okay, well, perhaps when we leave, we just leave the cube here?
Oh, apparently when I left
Or-
the shop, it's mine now. So if you leave it here, I think that's littering.
Maybe?
But why not put it in your backpack, and then if you don't touch it, you can't attune to it?
Yeah, maybe.
Like how it was sitting on a shelf?
Oh, maybe I'll just not polish it for a while.
That's probably a good idea. What do you want me to keep it in my scarf so it's safe?
Do you want it with the rest of your stuff?
Huh?
You want the...
Oh. Well, if it's in my scarf, it isn't with anything else. Well, I guess it is with other things, but at least you can't attune to it. I'm assuming. I don't know if that's true.
No, it's okay. I'll keep it. I'll just...
Okay.
I'll not polish it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, magic stuff.
That's true.
point out at this point, with your passive perceptions, you'd be hearing Delilah, the innkeep, the wine den. Go, a group of adventurers? Well, the competent ones took contract and left yesterday, but I heard that group over there boasting about some bullshit. You could ask them. As she points at your table.
Fuck you too.
And you see a rather distraught-looking woman looking in your direction.
Hilariously, Kai did in fact say, "We're adventurers?" ?
Yeah, I mean, you did say you're adventurers. Maybe you're the B team, but you're definitely adventurers.
What does the woman look like?
Kind of pale, skinny, long dark hair, like down to her knee pits. It's not Eva. Don't even go there. Just generally upset, and just turning towards you, because currently I'm just sort of taking the plot and rubbing it in your faces.
Yep. Fair.
And she's heading over to your table. She has a name that Fantasy Name Generator gave me, Mare, but if you want a better one, there you go. Please do.
Call her.
Oh, also Beatrice.
Beatrice the second. Dang. Eva is heading for your table.
Damn you, Eva.
Let me just adjust.
I've heard nothing but
Yeah,
good things about them.
Let me just adjust my post-it. There we go, Eva. She might not thank you for this at the end of this, but Eva is heading over to your table, and just with tears in her eyes, goes, "I've never heard of you or your reputation, but I need you to help me save Kavia." And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
What? Where?
Huh? Who?
No.
Kavia. Kvia.
Welby has to eat the last candy.
Queer.
And now we have NPC Eva. I mean, she bought 2 points of corruption. She kind of has this coming.
Yup.
Someone just want us to rescue our cat or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry. You can take one of these replacement cats.
There's a
Take your
shocking
pick.
amount of cats sitting on Sam at this point in time.
Kai is distinctly uncomfortable with that.
There. Alright, let's go around and do our sign-offs, and then next week we'll have probably not a finished story arc, because you fucked around for 3 hours today, but we'll have a plot, and we'll have at least some corruption. The thing is, the corruption's kind of long-term, so if you're going to keep at this pace, corruption will carry over into season 2. But Eva will get her money's worth. Let's go in roughly the same order, because I don't really remember the exact order, but I do remember starting with Lady Dame.
Sure did. Hi, everybody. I am Jordan, aka Lady Dame. You can find me at the Lady Dame pretty much everywhere that's important on the internet. I'm here every Wednesday on Uncaged, where we studiously ignore anything that resembles a plot. I also am going to be in a podcast coming soon called The Watch of Black Glass. It's going to be coming out in January. January 3rd is, I believe, our release date. It's going to be a good time. Highly recommend. I also stream on my own channel. Generally, for the month of December, I'm streaming Saturdays through Mondays at 9 p.m. Pacific time. So nice and late for most people, very early for others. It's convenient for absolutely nobody. But Saturdays are Smutty Saturdays, where I am joined by guests and we read terrible, terrible smut. This week's guests include the wonderful Eva Serrate, which I'm very excited about. On Sundays,
Eva Serrate, that just got an NPC named after her.
Right. Yes, that one. And on Sundays, I read classic novels. For December, I'm reading all sorts of different Christmas stories, which I'm very excited about. And on Mondays, I'm playing through games that I want to finish before the year's over, so I can say that I finished them. I've also got some other stuff coming up on the channel. Stay tuned for those announcements. Follow me on Twitter, all of that kind of fun stuff. And that's me, I believe. Oh, my favorite part. There's a lot of really great stuff that happened today. I really loved, I mean, I pretty much anything that Welby did today I thought was wonderful. Um that like yeah, pretty much everything that Welby did. That's it. Send tweet.
Graham.
Hi, everybody. I'm Graham, or Graham Crackers, as some of you know when you go to my Twitch channel. You can find me on my Twitch channel every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until about midnight, where I play Gaheris Nerthos. You can find me here every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern playing Sam. You can also find me soon in an upcoming game on Polished Cryptid's channel, where I will be playing a character that's not been announced yet. You can also find me, oh gosh, on some other channels, some other time when I remember. Yeah, I'm good. My favorite moment was definitely the conversation Welby had with the shop owner.
Should have bought insurance.
Should have bought insurance. That was priceless. I loved it.
Speaking of Wild,
Hi, yes, hello, I'm Wild, at Wild Engineer on Twitch and Twitter. So you can catch me here on Wednesdays. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I am running a game of Afterlife, Wandering Souls on Utopia. So that should be fun. Yeah, and my favorite part, I want to say the breakfast conversation everyone had. You know, just bringing some levity to Welby.
and last but certainly not least, Robert.
I'm just going to assume that you said my name because you were quiet again. Hello everybody, I'm Swapper. You can find me on Twitter under @CreateSomePublicity, as well as on Eva Serrate's channel every second and fourth Saturday, while I GM the urban D&D 5e campaign City of Shadows. My favourite moment of the session, and I'm going to have to cheat a bit because you didn't actually see it, was all of us in the break discussing what had happened and how to proceed. I thought we handled that rather well.
Agreed. Am I audible again?
Yes, you are.
Yay. I mean, regardless of what your character wants to do, player cohesion is an important thing, and I appreciated people taking an extra 5 minutes in break to talk about what went on. Anyway, my name is Anik. You can find me on Twitter at Anikster. I don't stream my own shit because technology frightens me, even though I work in IT. So all I do is hijack other people's channels. I'm here on Wednesdays, next week still, and then we're having a bit of a break. And then in January, we're back for season 2 with more excitement and maybe an actual plot and art and stuff. I'm DMing 2 games of Stille Nacht over on Eva Saric's channel, one on the 12th and one on the 15th of December. I'm DMing a 10 Candles game over there on the 24th of January. I will be a player, if you can believe it, in a sci-fi game over there at the end of January. And maybe at some point you'll see me show up as a pirate bard. Who knows? Things may happen. Plans are being made. We shall see. It's probably going to happen. My favorite part, I really did love Welby going back to Magic Jacks and not getting insurance, but filling out the customer satisfaction form and getting Yorka maybe Employee of the Month. It's very exciting. Maybe it'll happen. I also appreciated the town guard going, they don't want to help Sam for the sake of helping Sam. They just want an orderly town, which means no one can be bleeding in the street. So for the sake of order and neatness, they're going to assist you after they ask for consent. I really like this town guard, if I'm being perfectly honest. So yeah, I think next week is our last one for the season, which is fun because we're starting a new module finally. Yeah, we'll probably end the season on a fun little cliffhanger. Come join us, see what happens. We have 2 points of corruption that I don't need because I'm playing with Chaos Incarnate. It'll be beautiful. Be good to each other. Stretch, drink, hydrate. Be safe.
Warm fuzzies.
Kind. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. And join me in shouting out our warm fuzzies.
Woot woot! Warm fuzzies!
Warm fuzzies.
Always transition.
I do actually have it pulled up. We're going alphabetical again. Because now that I've sorted it alphabetically, it's remained that way so people see the sense in my organizational system. Oh, and yes, Mayor, wear your mask correctly. It needs to cover your nose as well, or you might as well have your dick hanging out. And we don't play that way in public without warm fuzzies. Starting with Bill Chavez.
Oh, Chavez!
Chavez.
OGO for AB.
And we have Christina.
Christina.
I need my card. Hang on, there's my card. There's my card. What's going to be this week? I think we're going with Deborah this week.
Deborah.
I still haven't received the message sent wrong, so, let's just stick with it. Now, someone I've played with before. Much fun. Patrick. DJ, the original.
Patrick.
And someone who doesn't like me very much today because they're envious of me. Because I went to go climbing a new bouldering gym, and they don't have a bouldering gym near their current location. So with the deepest apologies and sincerest regrets, Rico. May a bouldering gym spawn near your location. And last but certainly not least,
Sev.
Thank you all for your continued support of our channel and our ridiculous games. That sometimes, sometimes are a little more serious, but sometimes they're just a runner. I do love you, and we will see you all next week. And I'm sure my players will behave and find the plot. Be the heroes I know they can be. They have it inside themselves.
This
If you
person
could
Where do
just
you have that knowledge?
If you could just stop being hypocrites for 10 minutes.
Hey, that's not our brand.
Nah.
Nah. What if our new quest